that Yosef had this great test. The wife of Potiphar, every day in and day out, asked him to be with her. Vayimoin, he refused. Vayikayoy mazel, one day, he came home. Vayovay abaysa lasas malachtai. The Gemara says in Soiter Ravu Shmuel lasas tzrochav. Yosef surrendered. He couldn't take it anymore. He said, okay. And what happened at the last moment? He saw the visage of Yaakov, his father, in the window. And when he saw the image of Yaakov, his father, he abstained. Vayonos vayetze hachutza. He left his cloak in her hand, and he escaped, and he ended up in jail for 12 years because of it. What does it mean he saw the image of Yaakov in the window? I want to tell you one perspective that I think sums up our mission statement of this generation, and certainly the mission statement of Madregas Midwest. You know, when Yosef disappears, Yaakov hears he was devoured. In Parshas Vayeshev, it says, "Vayakumu kol bonav v'chol b'noisav l'nachamai." All his sons and all his daughters stood up to comfort him. And you remember the next words, "Vayemo'in le'esnachem." He refused to be comforted. The Rechaim says, what did they tell him to comfort him? What did they tell him? Doesn't say, just says they all stood up to comfort him. The Rechaim says, that was the Nechama. Fascinating, Rechaim. What was the Nechama? He says, this is what happened. I'm going to use my own words. It was Friday night. Yaakov was crying, Yosef, 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 Yosef. Give up, cook! Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar. This guy is a Rosh Hashiva, this guy is a Rosh Koilo, this guy is a Kodesh, this guy is a Parush, this guy is a leader, this guy made Atzala, this guy made Madregas, this guy made Meshorim, Mizamrim, Misaskim, this guy is the Sarah Chesed, this one is Amud Hayomin, I'm a Chaya. Give a cook, Yaakov. Yosef, okay, Yosef, you know Yosef was the black sheep of the family. You know, Yosef stood in front of a mirror, grooming himself. The guy is dreaming that all the sheaves are bowing down to him. And you know, there were issues there. He didn't mamish fit into our family. He wasn't part of the Messiah. Look at the family. You want everyone to graduate the system perfectly, really? Finish high school, I'm a chai impeccable, go to Eretz Yisrael, mir for 9 years, brisk for 6 years, get married in the middle? Come on, Yaakov. Vayemo'in le'isnachim. He refused to be comforted. Why? What does Rashi say? You only get comfort if somebody died. Gzeir al hameis v'lo al achai. When somebody is alive, there's no closure. Yaakov said, my boy is not dead. My boy is alive. You don't know my Yosef. You never knew him. You'll never know him. Vayemoyin le'isnachem. I do not give up on my boy. Now I want to show you the beauty of Torah. The word Vayemoyin is in Parshas Vayeshev twice. Vayemoyin le'isnachem. You remember where else? When Potiphar keeps on asking Yosef to lay with her, what does it say? Vayemoyin with a shalshelas. Vayemoyin, and he refused. What's all this? What's this game? Open your hearts, my dear friends. Yaakov refused to believe that his son was dead. Everyone said, you have a son who ended up in the abyss. And Yaakov said, my son is alive. He's not dead. You know what happens? Very far away, there's a 17-year-old boy struggling very heavily with a woman who does not stop trying to trap his soul. And you know what Yosef does? Vayemo'in. He refuses to surrender his integrity. You know why? Muzdi yoiknoi shel Yaakov aviv. He has a father who believes in him. Vayemo'in. It was Yaakov's Vayemo'in that empowered Yosef's Vayemo'in. It was Yaakov's refusal to stop believing in Yosef that allowed Yosef never to stop believing in himself. That's what our children need more than anything else. They need fathers and mothers who believe in them, but not who believe in them when it's easy to believe in them. It's easy to believe in my boy when he's following exactly the path that I orchestrated for him before his bris. Then it's easy to believe in your kids. Who doesn't believe in them? It's a machaya. I'm talking about believing in that Yosef boy. Because of his vayamoin, he could do vayamoin.